Danielle, 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 the unicorn. The unicorn. I hope all is well. Um, I am going to be taking a drink while doing this video. Today's video is going to be my top 5 of my favorite movies that star Adam Sandler in it. I wanted to do something different because you know how everything is going on in the world where, having to stay home. So I really haven't been out to the movies as much because they're all closed, of course. So I just decided to do something different, like do my top 5 of like my favorite actors, actresses. So I'm going to start off with Adam Sandler. So hopefully you've all watched these movies before, and I don't know, I don't want to spoil anything, but they're going to be spoilers. So I'll begin.
Blended.
So my number 5 is going to be Blended. I love Blended because it has Drew Barrymore in it, and Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler, they have good chemistry with one another. I also have another movie that I like with them too in it, and it's on my top 5. But this one, I really enjoy it. It's pretty much about two two families. It's a father, Adam Sandler, that has daughters, and he raised them up as like tomboys because that's all he know because he's a man. And then Drew Barrymore has two sons. They're a bit sensitive and whatnot. And then like Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, they like went on a date and the date didn't go well. And then, as the movie goes on, they run back into each other on a trip, like a safari trip. And, as the movie goes on, they have feelings for each other. They actually are understanding each other's issues, their problems, what they're going through, like with their family. So I enjoyed that a lot. And on top of that, Terry Crews is in there. And Terry Crews is funny. Every time that he got on screen, I loved him because he was like one of those entertainers for the tourists. So he'll just like sing and dance like randomly. But Blended is like a really pleasant movie. Like it's not too crazy. Like it's just right. So that's why I chose it as my number 5. Now, let's move on to number 4.
Little Nicky.
Number 4 is going to be Little Nicky. I love Little Nicky. It was new. It was like something different to me that Adam Sandler did, other than doing like Billy Madison and all of that. So, Little Nicky, it was different, like I said, like him being the son of the devil, and he's such a sweetheart. Like, he's caring and gentle, and then he has like two brothers that are like buttholes towards him, and the brothers are jerks and they wanted to go to Earth to have hell on Earth. And the dad is deteriorating, and little Nicky's like the only one that can save his dad. So, I love that. It was funny. I have some funny scenes that I like. So, there was one scene where little Nicky was living in an apartment with, he had a roommate, and little Nicky was sleeping on the heater, but every time that he was like snoring, he would do dynamic like noises. He'll be like, like he would do that, and it was so funny. And then there was also another scene where he had to get his brothers like inside of a flask. So he's just like going around like saying, "Get in the flask, get in the flask." And then he went to like KFC and was like, "Get in the flask." And they're like, "What?" And then he's like, "I want a 12 piece." And then I don't know. It to me it was just like a hilarious movie personally. So I I just have it as number 4. Now let's move on to number 3.
The Longest
So
Yard.
my number 3 movie is going to be The Longest Yard. So with The Longest Yard, I liked it because it was dealing with sports. I like some sports movies, but this one to me was different. It was about Adam Sandler being hated by his fans because he shaved points during a football game. And he like just got drunk one night and went driving drunk and crashed, and then he went to jail. But the jail that he went to, the warden was like, hey, I'll get you out if you do a football team, because my officers here at the jail, they have their own football team and they need people to practice on. So you are going to come up with a team to play my officers. And so with that being said, he's rallying up these misfit people that's in jail with him. You have Chris Rock that's in here. And again, Terry Crews is in this movie. He's in this one, and Terry Crews is funny again. But yeah, you got Chris Rock, Terry Crews. You have other actors that are well known. There was a well-known football player that was in the movie too. Um, to me, it was just a hilarious movie. It just made me laugh like all the time, and I just love the plot of the film. So let me see what my favorite scene is. My favorite scene is like when they're all in the like a movie theater looking room, and and like they were about to watch the plays of the officers because they were going to see what type of plays that they were running. And they had Adam Sandler caught on camera with the older lady and she like was making him run around with his underwear only and stuff like that. And like that scene was funny to me. Tracy Morgan, I got it, Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan, like, he really, like, made the movie because he was playing as, like, a gay man. And it was, like, one scene where he was like, hey, I, um, I enjoy watching you play. And Adam Sandler's like, thank you, I appreciate you. And then he was like, no, I appreciate you. So I don't know. It's just like it's funny to me. But yeah, that's my number 3. Let's move on to number 2.
Waterboy.
My number 2 movie is Waterboy. Oh my gosh. Waterboy is so funny. Like, you'd be crazy to disagree with me about Waterboy. Like, it was just so hilarious. Like, mama said, mama said, mama said. It was just funny. So Adam Sandler, I don't want to say slow, but he's just different. That's all. He's just obsessed with water, like purifying it, making sure that it's clean and stuff. So they call him the water boy, for the football team. Again, another sports movie. So, when he gets mad, he tackles very well. And I think it's Henry Winkler. Yeah, Henry Winkler. He's funny in here too. Henry Winkler is. And he was in Little Nicky as well. But yes, Henry Winkler was like, "Oh wow, like you're good at tackling, play football." So Adam Sandler did, and like just throughout the movie, it's just funny. It's just hilarious. I'm trying to think. One of my favorite scenes is when he's out on the field and Henry Winkler's face is all on all the opposing football players' bodies, and he's like, Gatorade, Gatorade, and he's like, no, H2O. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Yeah, like that movie is like so funny to me. You have to agree with me. That is hilarious. I love Waterboy. Now I'm gonna get to my number one.
My ultimate favorite one is 51st Dates.
My number one movie that I like that Adam Sandler starred in is 51st Dates. 51st Dates. And you know who's in there? Drew Barrymore. Again, they work so well together. Like I love it because like, you know, some of his other movies are a bit over the top, and I didn't think that 51st Dates was, you know, a bit extreme. It was just like perfect, like the perfect movie. It was funny, it was sad, you know, like it was a mixture of a lot of things. So with this one, you know, Adam Sandler is like a bachelor. You know, he will have his way with women, and once he's done with them, he comes up with some type of lie where he can't see them again. But then he stumbles across Drew Barrymore. He's infatuated by her, but come to find out, you know, she has like a I don't want to say amnesia. Maybe it is that amnesia, but every day pretty much the same thing happens for her because like her dad and brother like set up the day like the same every day for her, um which I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. But yes, they put in a lot of work to make sure that every day was the same for her. And, you know, Adam Sandler was very determined to have her love him. So, you know, he's just like, I'm serious about being with your daughter and I'll do whatever it takes to be with her. So he would make videos, you know, every day, every time that she woke up in the morning and played them. And, you know, he would tell her like, hey, we're in a relationship, you know. And so it's pretty much getting her to love him every day all over again. And it's like, it's such a good movie. It's so romantic. I'm not really into romantic movies, but I called that a romance film. But like I said, him and Drew Barrymore, they do so good together. And the soundtrack of the movie is actually good too. Like, I enjoy the soundtrack as well. So those were my top five. My top five of my favorite movies that has Adam Sandler in it. You may agree with me, you may disagree. That is perfectly fine. Leave a comment below and let me know how you would have ranked it. How you would have ranked it. So with that being said, I do have the honorable mentions, and I am going to go through the honorable mentions right now.
Mr. Deeds, Anger Management, Big Daddy, Wedding Singer, and
hopefully
Click.
my honorable mentions were to your liking. Because those are good movies too. It's just not it's not what I prefer, but I know that those are good movies as well. Like how I mentioned Wedding Singer, a lot of people love Wedding Singer, and Drew Barrymore's in that too, but it's just one of those movies that I don't really, it's not really me. But yes, those were my top five favorites starring Adam Sandler. If you liked my video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to me. Leave a comment below. And I hope you are safe, feeling superb, and you're being productive. I know that we are all going through this hard time together, but the storm doesn't last always, okay? I will try to upload another video. The next one that I want to do is my top five favorite movies that star Jim Carrey. Now that one is that one's going to be cray cray because Jim Carrey is such a good actor. But till then, I will see you later. Take care, okay? Bye.